That is it. Different type of energy in the morning, yeah. Def Nation, the entertainment feed community. Wagwan, we're there on the Tuesday of Vibes Tuesday. Community members, whatever you wanna have planned for today, whether work or school, whether you have some errands to get done, get up and go. Active in the Tuesday morning, yeah. Make your day a productive one. Still, I hope everyone of you doing alright. The amount of rain we got yesterday, it kinda felt as if the storm actually hit Jamaica, though the storm had passed and gone. A good thing to take from this, you have some youths out there who find a way to make money from, stop the storm.
This is called Drive Yazo.
To the amount of rain, heavy winds, lightning and thunderclap yesterday, can you imagine if we actually got hit by the storm that has now developed into a hurricane, a category 4 hurricane? That's according to the Jamaica Observer, who stated the hurricane near Cuba on path to strike Florida as category 4. Florida, although you ever get hit, you just stay strong. Jamaicans love on a little island. Jamaica is such a blessed place, but yet you have the little stink of them down here trying to mash up the country. We're now sing on that door, make we get to the stories. A recent video shared by Fox reporter Lisa Evers on her Instagram page have the internet abuzz right now. Which video Lisa Evers shared that seemed to be creating quite a stir? Well, this video.
Unlikely love story for music legend Vybz Kartel.
Everything you could want, you'd get from him. Except for the fact that he's behind bars.
Tonight on D10 o'clock news on Fox 5.
Nation, we know that later on it's gonna be a bang on Fox 5. I know most of Jamaica are gonna tune into that. Some people seem to be shocked that Vybz Kartel have a new fiance, that Shorty is no longer in the picture. It is not Shorty, Tanisha Palmer doing that interview stating that she gets everything she wants from Vybz Kartel. It is a new woman. Many seem to be really late to the news that Vybz Kartel and Tanisha Johnson, one that most of dancehall, the most of Jamaica thought that she was Vybz Kartel Ride or Die. The one who Vybz Kartel did an entire album for, titled to Tanisha. Although, I think, he did an album for his new fiance. But many, and it's based on their reaction to this video, clearly had no idea that Vybz Kartel and Tanisha Shorty Johnson are no longer together.
Those mixed up moods and attitudes, I can't use them. No, I can't use them anymore.
But the entertainment feed community, it's just a preview of the interview release, and it already created quite a buzz. So can you imagine when the full interview release?
I can't use them anymore. Upon the neon sign.
Updates on the vlogger Lee Gates, who was recently shot and killed. Cops probe if Clarendon blogger slain linked to Portland Cottage double murder. The Clarendon police are investigating whether the murder of popular Clarendon blogger Leon Lee Gates McNeil, who was killed in Hayes in the parish, is linked to a double murder in the neighboring Portland Cottage community hours earlier on Saturday. The police are also scouting for clues in McNeil's alleged involvement in lottery scamming and drug-related activities. They say he had a checkered past, having been convicted on drug charges in 2016. So they are stating that McNeil is not necessarily have to deal with him posting a video about the double murder in Portland Cottage. It could be other things because he was allegedly involved in lottery scamming and drug-related activities. So I guess it is possible that there could be more to the story. Maybe, maybe not, but there is certainly more to this story. Updates on the woman who went on a drinking spree and was found dead. Housemate of Shania Brown, the St. Catherine woman who died after drinking a quart of vodka, taking 21 gulps to mark her 21st birthday, woke up last Friday morning and tossed flour on her as she laid in bed. It was their way of saying happy birthday, Shania. When Shania did not move, they splashed water on her, but yet again, there was no reaction. Young woman had died in her sleep, having returned from an event held in Old Works, Watermount, St. Catherine, about midnight. We got up about 9 a.m. saying that we were going to flour her because it's a tradition in our house. So I went for the flour in the kitchen. We sprinkled the flour on her from her head straight down to her ankles, but we realized that she was not moving or anything, so we started to shake her. I went as far as to get a bottle of water to wet her with it, but still there was no response, one of Shania's housemates told the Star. Still unresponsive, they decided to turn the usually full of life Shania, who was lying face down. They turned Shania on her back to see if she was breathing, but they were in for a shocker. There was a lot of mucus and a lot of vomit on her face. I put my hand under her nose and she wasn't breathing. We called her mother and told her Shania was not responding. Then we called 119. The conversation with the 119 dispatcher confirmed the worst fear. Amira, they were told to hold in front of Shania's mouth and nose, did not smear. She was not breathing. Some 8 hours earlier, Shania was doing the unthinkable, downing 21 gulps of raw vodka ahead of her 21st birthday the next day. The housemates with whom the Star spoke said that she was awake when her cousin and now deceased woman returned home. They were among 4 people who lived in a 3-bedroom dwelling. Shania, the only non-blood relative in the household, joined them in March after they became friends. Okay, so 4 of them lived in the house, 3 of them were a relative, and Shania was the only non-blood relative in the household. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, just felt as if I needed to repeat that part. They came in around 12 midnight in a car. My cousin knocked on the door and said she needed help to take her out of the vehicle because she was drunk. There were 2 males in the vehicle and one of the young men helped to carry her out of the vehicle to inside. We put her on the bed and we saw that she was vomiting. So we set her in a position that she could vomit, and when she was finished, we set her on the bed so she could get some sleep, stated the woman. Last thing she expected was that Shania, who moved to Makachi 6 months ago, would not wake up. According to the housemates, while Shania was always the life of the party, she has never seen her drunk except normal tipsy, where she would have a hangover the next morning. She is not an irresponsible person. In fact, she is the opposite of that. Although she may be stubborn at times, she is the sweetest and kindest person you could have in your corner, stated the housemates. She was just celebrating her birthday and wanted to take 21 shots to mark her age. Medical doctor Kia Duncan asked to comment on the impact that consuming high volume of alcohol could have. Said that persons can sometimes go into hypovolemic shock. She probably died from massive dehydration and massive volume loss, which we call hypovolemic shock, stated Duncan. Duncan stressed that it is important that persons avoid excessive drinking, especially when they are out partying. Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Lewin, forgive me for the last name pronunciation, strongly feel as if I pronounced it wrong. Still asks whether there are legal implications for persons who give Brown the drinks. Said this may only take place if it is determined that the shots were spiked. The entertainment field community, I want to tell more nothing about that. Moving on. Moving on to some quick updates. One Dan Big set to release his new music video for the song titled Big's Rock.
Me run a place and me will never flop. Your girl a bubble meanwhile we a rock. Everybody Big's Rock. Got the place lock. Big map stick that make your pitch back.
Shout out to dancehall artist Gang spotted in the music video.
Me run a place and me will never flop. Your girl a bubble meanwhile we a rock. Everybody Big's Rock. Got the place lock. Big map stick that make your pitch back.
Dexter Daps and Beenie Man's performance together.
Remember my one them first. How for girl? Dexter Beenie. Say Dexter Beenie. Dexter Beenie. Dexter Beenie. Hush. Dexter. 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 Man fair, enough girl and girl in a bungle. Dexter, come here, come here, come here, come here. Welcome the girls and sugar. Welcome the girls and sugar. So, Dexter, Dexter, Dexter. Start for a little oil from my lamp to grease my cup. Just with the rifle in the pit toilet. We need that bring it up. Just with the extra magazine for the big long gun. Bring it to the mini 14 and gun. 8K mama big but bring it and done. Y'all turn back we get cocky and done. Y'all she wants to the cocky lunch up. Everywhere we go to the gal a run come. Everybody we up on the one of things there. Dexter! Dexter!
The entertainment feed community, I want you to tell me what I think about that. For now, you see what time o'clock, you see what time o'clock we are, and get the fuck out of here. And as usual, my people.